Hello friends, how's it going? All good? So, this video has not got any woodworking in it. Welcome to the woodworking channel. I'm just going to get you up to speed with the project that I'm working on at the moment. My first major project, shall we say, and that is a bookcase. I've got several books. And they've been on the floor since I moved into my house over 18 months ago. So I thought, what better way to enter into the woodworking journey than with a bookcase? It's relatively simple design. The joints that I'm using, I think I mentioned in the other one, is I guess it's a through tenon joint with a wedge, so there's no fixings, no glue or anything like that. I want to be able to disassemble it if I ever need to. But also, I chose this joint because I just want to have a go at making it. You know, I got some chisels. I want to have a go at using the chisels. So yeah, it's just an interesting way of doing it, I think. So where I am, I've done the uprights. They seem to have worked okay. I've done the shelves just here. They're all finished. It's all made with the same dimensions, the dimension of the wood. I can't remember the sizes now. But yeah, I thought that would make it a bit easier. Should all fit together quite nicely. I had a bit of trouble with the mortices. We'll find out how it all goes together in one go shortly, and we'll do a test build. But I've sort of tuned each tenon on each shelf to each corresponding mortise. So technically it should only go together one way. Like I said, I had a bit of trouble with it's not the best quality wood by any means. It's sort of cupped over the length, and it wasn't twisted too much, but you know, it was like 30 quid for this project. I priced up some American cherry, and it came out to about 200, which is a bit rich for me considering my experience. But you know, I think when my skill improves, I will take the plunge into some better wood. I'll show you all like the defects I've had to deal with. This is just from a local supplier, local timber supplier. So you know, not the best, and I had to make some minor design changes, and I'll show you the issues I've had to deal with that. But yeah, it's you're a bit late to the game. I do apologise. I'm about 70% done really. Lots of sanding to do. I've ordered, I know I said I was staying away from electrical devices, but I don't think a sander would be inappropriate. A lot of this doesn't sound appealing to me. So yeah, I'll give you a close-up on what I'm working with. So this is one of the uprights. Again, not the best quality wood. There's sort of like dinks in it, and you know, that's probably me dropping something on it. A couple of knots in awkward places, like right on the mortise. I had to sort of get the wood. Originally I was just going to do 5 shelves, but I changed it to 6 just to sort of, I don't know, try and avoid the knots a bit easier. One of these, there's a mortise goes straight through one of the knots. I think it's here. Yeah, so that posed a bit of a challenge. Not the best here, but you know, it's a natural product, and it'll have a bit of character, I suppose. This is going to be the top of the bookcase. Can you imagine that? I was going to do some sort of design on the top, just sort of break the edge of it. It kind of looks like a butt at the moment. I might change that, or I might leave it, I'm not sure yet. But I think the goal of today is to do a bit of a test build. These are the shelves. They're all sort of numbered into position of where they're going to be positioned. So yeah, I think we'll go for a dry fit, see how that works. Greetings. I thought I'd start this clip with the semi-lunge. Can you see me? Okay, so first assembly of the bookcase. All of the shelves go in each of the corresponding mortices on both sides. Whether they'll all go together, I don't know. We're about to find out. So, it's going to be a bit awkward, but we'll see how we go. Okay, shelf number 1 goes at the top. Right, some of these are a bit tighter than others. I think I'm going to have to get all the shelves in one side first. Oh, it's very exciting, isn't it? Okay, number 3. So I've been very careful about the orientation of the shelf. Whether the cup, I've tried to get the cup on the top of the shelf. It seemed like a more logical way of going about it. And I've marked them all out so I know which way they go. Okay, that's number 6. That's okay, so far so good. Sorry if my butt crack is showing. I'll have to blur it out or something. Okay, second upright. And this is the tricky bit. Trying to get all these lined up. Oh, that one went in easy. That one. Come on, baby. A little bit of persuasion. Look at that. Take that, IKEA. All right. Let's try and lift them up. It'll be easier if I go up this end. You ready? Oh, yes. Like I say, they haven't got the wedges in yet. Look at that. Reasonably stable. It's a bit heavy. It's heavier than it looks. But I guess that's a good thing. Yeah. That's alright, isn't it? I'll get you in for a tight shot. So yeah, assembled bookshelf. Well, 90% assembled. I'm going to have to take it apart again to do all the finishing, but that's okay. I've ordered a sander. I do apologise. That should be coming today, so I'll have a go at that probably at the weekend. But I think that should do the job. I think the thing is, like with the defects and things like this, you notice them more when you're actually just making the shelf itself, because you're sort of scrutinising it and looking over every fine detail. But once it's all together, it sort of all blends into one. Right, there's a knot there. I know, it's a bit of character, isn't it, I suppose? And it's definitely going to be functional. Bit wobbly. That might be the garage floor. I'm not sure yet. I'm uncertain of whether to tie it to the wall or not. Maybe just put some breeze blocks breeze blocks on the bottom shelf. That might sort the issue. I'm thinking about putting some feet on as well. Sort of level it out maybe. But I think we'll get it finished and get it in place. We can always put those on afterwards. Yeah. First test build. So let's talk about wedges. These are all the offcuts from cutting the little chunks out of the ends of the shelves. I thought I'd save them just for this purpose, save buying some extra stuff. The method I'm going to go with, these need to be 30mm wide, the wedge does, and starting at 10mm at the thinnest end, going to whatever at the other end, and an amount long. I did this one by planing it and it took absolutely forever. So I think rather than do that and have it be ready for next Christmas, I think I'll do this method, which is cut the bits to 30mm wide, and then I'm going to use this bad boy to sand the taper on, because it only needs to be like a 1mm taper to fit in. Sorry if the lighting's bad, I'll come around this bit. To fit in the doofer, the mortise, and hold it tight. So I think that's going to be the way to go. Yeah, so I'll do a bit of a time lapse, I think, because this might be a bit boring to watch. Okay, it's a good spot. See my hand? Right then, 30mm. Ruler somewhere. Okay, you see what's occurring? Yep. I was going to use my marking out gauge, I think, and set this fella. I always stab myself with this thing. Like you see this one, and then you don't realise there's two on the other side. You know, be very careful when you pick this sucker up. 30mm. I don't think we have to be too precise. You always have to get it a little bit off as well, because when you tighten it, it changes the measurement. That'll do. Right, so there's a nice edge and a sawn edge. So I'm going to use the nice edge, and I can clean it up afterwards with the on the sander. That's not too good. Let's see if I can do this. So I do that, and then I run a pencil line down just so I can see where it is. Let's go through all these. That 30mm, always check. Always remember, measure once, cut twice. I'm starting to like the appearance of knots now. I'm still undecided of whether they make a nice feature or not. I suppose not all knots are created equal. Some of them look better than others. It is a bit annoying when you're cutting something and then you go through a knot and it just falls apart. That's always a bit of an annoyance. But I guess that's something to figure out when you're choosing your wood, and therefore, and when you actually get to cut the wood into the bits that you need to do the project. I've got a few more projects in the pipeline. I had my first inquiry for a commission the other day. I won't ruin the surprise. There's a bit of a knot on that one, look. I should be alright. Let's see what happens. Again, I'm still learning on what to get away with and what will work. Okay. Right, so I'll set you up for some sawing action. So this is the tenon saw that I bought. It's pretty cool. I watched a video, I forget his name now, I think his name's Rex, and he shows you how to sharpen it. That was a very good video. At the factory it's quite good, but he shows how to refine the edge with a file. And different sections are sharpened differently, so you can start the cut off a bit easier and then send it down with this back 6 inches or so. I've also modified the handle a bit because I've got like quite big hands, so it fits a lot more comfortably to my old spades here. Once I did that made a really big difference to my sawing accuracy, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, I made this little fixture as well. This is just to sit in the side of the jaws, on the opposite side, so that the jaws stay level and get full clamping power on this side. I suppose it's not really necessary with this because I can grab it in the middle. So here we go, let's get sawing. Time lapse incoming. Time! Sawing complete. I've left it pretty far away from the edge, and when I do the old sanding action, I'll just clean that up to the edge, and then we'll have a look at that. Okay, so we have sander plugged in and end remover in position, ready to do some sucking. I haven't got I've just stuffed his nozzle in the hole. It's not the best fit, but I think it'll do the job. I need to sort some masks out. That's been on me mind for a while, but I think he'll do the job for the moment. Again, this is going to be noisy, so I'll probably time lapse it. But we'll see how it goes. Let's get to it. time. So that's all pretty much sanded clean and 30mm. I'm going to try and have a go at getting the wedgie shape now. So I'm just going to roughly record, mark out one, and I'll use that as the template for the rest of them. So I think if we go about 10mm here, maybe 9, and then about 12 at this end, we should be all right. Again, it doesn't have to be too precise. The finger's in the way, but that should give us a decent enough angle to get the wedginess that we need. So I remove that material now. We should be left with a suitable wedge. Something like that. Okay, let's have a go. Hoover on. So sketchy wedge sanding. So I think I might remove some of the material before I get to the sanding of it, because that was quite a bit to come off. I think I can saw a bit off before I finish up the taper on it, because I was getting pretty close to the old digits there. But yeah, let's see if she fits in. Oh, a bit of tweaking, but it should be okay. I don't think I'm going to worry too much about it being like a perfect look or shape. It's a little bit rustic, I suppose. But yeah, look at that. You get to give you a bottom shot. Hang on a sec. Yeah, it comes through far enough, I think. Let's see if it's pulled the joint tight. A reasonable amount. But that shelf's not going anywhere, mate. I'm happy with that. Cool. I think we've made some good progress. There he is, little wedgy fella. I won't bore you with sanding the rest of them. I think the sight of doing one is enough. But yeah, I'll give you an update in the next video of the wedge progress. I think the next video is just going to be about sanding and finishing. I have got the sander now. I haven't tried it out yet. I have plugged it in and waved it about a bit, the standard test of a power tool. Well, yeah, we'll give that a go in the next video, I think. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll keep you posted. Oh, there are some more projects coming in. I'm going to slip in between. Just some like simple ones. I want to do like a drinks holder for the half workshop, and then that'll be pretty cool. Stop getting sawdust in the pop. But awesome. I'll see you in the next one.